A 7'4" build with 0 weaknesses. We all know that 7'4s can shoot over everyone, but my 7'4 build that I created can shoot from half court. And when it does get contested, it can green contest it. It of course shoots over those even when falling to the floor. It can shoot crazy fadeaway leaners out of bounds. The finishing is crazy too with its deep floater bag, guard-like scoopers, and ferocious standing contact dunks in the paint. Not to mention this build's post bag with the post fades and post go-to shot. And it can create its own shot whether you want to dribble into self lobs, jump shots, quick stops, or even make defenders look silly jumping for joy behind you. Oh, and it can break ankles. The defense is also wild with its paint protection, crazy recovery time, its ability to stop post scores and other 7'4" builds, while also having the ability to actually get steals even at 7'4". Oh, and this is all one build for all game modes, whether you play 5v5, 3v3, 2v2, or 1v1. This is the double H 7'4" DemiGod. Make sure to subscribe because I'm about to put y'all on with everything you need. Let's go ahead and get started. With NBA2K26 being new to all of us, you're going to need help with the best animations and jump shots. And NBA2KLab.com has you covered with a bunch of free tools. But if you buy their monthly subscription using code DOUBLE H for 20% off at checkout, you get access to all their premium tools, ranking all the best to worst animations, but having the ability to have every jump shot's base and releases ranked in green window percents and speeds in milliseconds is wild. There's also a custom jump shot recommender where you can plug in your controller and it recommends you a jump shot for your controller and latency. Get started now by going to NBA2KLab.com and use code Double H at checkout. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Henry, aka Double H, back at it with yet another video, and this is my 7'4" build right here. We're gonna go ahead and show you guys how to make my exact 7'4", which is with a good amount of cap breakers, and also show you guys some other versions with lower cap breakers if you don't plan on getting as much, or if you just don't have as much. You see my build name is a crafty 3-level diamond eraser. That's the build name I got through cap breakers. I also didn't take my shooting specialization build name, so I could have got automatic as the build name too, but I thought that was too common. But you also get a really fire build name for just not having any cap breakers that I'm going to show you guys later that might be better than this one, depending on your opinion. I'm also going to show you guys all the animations, dunk packages, dribbles, all that good stuff that I've equipped later in the video. By the way, I use shooting specialization for this build, so if you're asking, shooting specialization no matter which version you go with. But let's get into some gameplay that I want to go over and then go over how to exactly make my version of the build. Now first we're going to start with some catch and shoot, just shooting over people clips. Now I know I said that this build is for 1s, 2s, 3s, and 5s, but I only made it a couple days ago, so right now I don't have clips for 5s in other game modes, so I've just been playing 2s on it. But you're going to see the attributes. I have pass sag. Other versions I have free throw. I didn't put free throw on mine, but I'm going to show you how you can put free throws on your, or free throw rating on yours. And I purposely made this build with the intent that it could be used on every single court. But as you can see by the clips, yes, y'all already know 7'4" is just like, it doesn't matter what 7'4" you make. As long as you upgrade the three-pointer, you're shooting over people. So I'm showing clips of that if you haven't already seen that. Now, I know 7'4s are getting really popular. Like, everyone's making a 7'4", so I had to drop my version of the 7'4" because I think I made the best version. Especially if you have cap breakers. Like, I have not seen a 7'4" with better stats than my final, like, my version of the 7'4" with cap breakers. It's just insane. Even people with cap breakers, they're not upgrading it the way they should be upgrading it. But anyways, you see I'm falling down. I'm getting opens on everything. When I am getting yellows, it's still green. I'm going to show the jump shot later in the video if you want the jump shot. Also, if you want full gameplay, I'm also going to upload a video of me using this build with gameplay in a future video. It's going to be like a Slenderman mascot video. So make sure to tune into that. It's probably already on the channel. Go check it out. But look at this shot right here. 66% red. Dude, so even when you miraculously get a contest, I'm still shooting over you. And a lot of these clips, I'm trying to get contested. I'm trying to purposely shoot over the people. You're seeing in this clip right here, there's like a 6'8" center on the other team. They ended up switching it. They wanted the guard to guard me. Dude, I don't even have to think. I'm just going to shoot it immediately, and it's going to be green every single time. Now, I'll also show what takeovers I'm running later in the video right in this clip. I'm not running the takeover I usually run, but you see catch and shoot. Just shoot it. Now we got some clips of dexing, because if you have hydration takeover, you could actually dex on the 7'4", and if you're being guarded by a center, it's actually pretty useful. Also, dunking, I have posterizer on this build. The dunk meter isn't crazy on driving dunks. Like, it's not going to be that big because your rating isn't too high, but you do get very good driving dunk animations on this build that I have equipped. Layups are crazy on this build, man. Showing some layups here. Like, I don't even time it, and it goes in. Now, I do almost have a max layup on my 7'4", which I think is really worth it. Look at these just circus lays I'm getting. My green window is always huge. on the layups. I'm also getting good scooper animations. Guard, like you're going to see later in the video, like when I upgrade my layup, it's just 100% worth it, man. Look at these scoops I'm getting. It's like I'm a guard. Look at this. Oh my, it's just filet, man. And then the floaters. This is another big reason I upgrade my floater to get this certain floater animation that I'm going to show later in the video. Oh my, I mean, I'm floatering it from the free throw line, contested or not. Look at how far out that is. This counts for mid-ranges in your shooting specialization, by the way, if you wanted to use this method. Look at it. It's like I'm a guard, but I'm 7'4", shooting this floater. It's super easy to time, too. Not to mention the post bag. I have KD fade on. I'll show the other animations later in the video. I can get standing contacts with a meter. I don't post score as much as I should on this build because this build could be a post score if I wanted it to, because it gets just that many stats. I could literally just post score anyone if I wanted to. You could drop step into a standing dunk meter. You could shoot post hop shots, post fades, post go-to shots. You can spin off people, get crazy standing dunk animations. Look at the post go-to. Oh my God, we get nasty with it. Look at the kid. Bro, the fade is so fast, man. And speaking of fades, you can fade from 3. You can fade from midi. It is almost, I think it might be impossible to contest a fadeaway on a 7'4". You would have to jump in the spot he's fading to. You can do step back fades, whatever you want. That corner fade is dangerous though with the 7'4", because corner fades are already hard to contest. Now you put a 7'4" into it, it's crazy. Now the dribbling. I haven't even been on this build for 2 days. I mean, literally it's been like almost exactly 2 days. And I'm already really starting to learn how to dribble with this build. You can momentum on this build. It's super slow. But if you have 2-8 tenacity, you can get the fast momentum in 2-8 tenacity. You could do standing walkbacks. You could do this hop jumper that gives you a speed boost. It has good step backs. There's a good behind the back that you can use on this build to get open. It's crazy. Like, look at this behind the back. Is that not insane to have on a 7'4"? You can also use the post or the dribble go-to shots to get a speed boost. You can use Embiid or KD. I was using Embiid. I don't have a lot of clips of it though. Yeah, this build making people look dumb. Like, look at this dude. He's just jumping for joy behind. I'm getting crabs with a 7'4", dog. Are we kidding? You can also run out of the step back and get a speed boost. I was quick stopping on the 7'4" as well. Look at them jumping, because most of the 7'4s y'all play against, they're just catching shooting and just pump faking to make you jump. Now imagine you can dribble too and create your own shot like I can with it. Look at the moving behind the back. Quick stop, green. It's just too much, man. When you learn how to dribble on this build, I'm not even the craziest. Like, there's better dribblers than me on the 7'4". Part of the reason is just because they always dribble on a tall build. The other part of the reason is I just made the build too, and I'm already moving like this. This is clips from day 1 of me using this build. Like, these are my first games on the build. Spin, step back, green. Any type of space with this build that you can create with these dribble moves is going to be an open shot, because it's already hard to contest. You make them pick it up, I'll just shoot over you. It doesn't even matter. I'll just shoot over you, my boy. That's the best thing about dribbling on this build, is damn near any shot is an open shot. Look, I'm destroying that mascot. I made this mascot grayed out, by the way. This dude was reaching crazy in this game. I'm just messing with these guys. Look, I'm getting double team snatch. Oh my, where are y'all going? Oh my gosh. This build is too fun. Look at, he's on cold, bad to grade out, and he actually does grade out right here as I green a half court. Wait, maybe not a half court, like 3 steps outside of the 3-point line and 1. It is looking tough, my boy. Behind the back, I wasn't even escape spamming in this gameplay, but you can escape spam too, just like you could in 2K25. The self lobs are crazy too, because you're 7'4", you're just going to get it every time. We get a little ankle breaker right there, into the behind the back, into the 3-pointer. The behind the back creates so much space, but look at, you can escape spam like this with the 7'4". It's pretty good. You can also spam that behind the back and forth continuously. Look at the speed boost you can get out of the step back too. That's not bad either. Into the scoop lay. Oh my, it's so fun, man. Ankle breakers too. Oh my God. My boy is out here destroying dotting dudes too. We have a very high passing on this build. By the way, defense is crazy. I have a 37 steal. There's going to be comments that don't watch this whole video, skip to the build and say you can't steal the ball. I have a 37 steal. I can protect the paint, get blocks. I can also guard post scores too. This dude was trying to post me up the whole game. It just wasn't working. It wasn't working. I'm walling up. You're not getting there. My interior defense is way too high. It's good enough. Not only that, my contest, I can jump from far out and get a contest. Like, that wasn't even that far out. You can get contests from really far out. And if you play another 7'4", you can stop other 7'4s with this build. You really can. I have max perimeter defense. I'm guarding ISO. The recovery time with your blocks is actually unbelievable. Always jump at the player, because even right here, would never expect in a million years to get that block. I got it. And look, I'm getting lane steals with a 37 steal. You can steal the ball on a 7-4 with no steal. I'm trying to tell y'all. Anyways, let's get into how to make my version of the build. All right, so now that we're finally in the builder, before I show you the animations, jump shot, and dribble moves, we're going to show y'all the exact carbon copy of my build, okay? So this is a really good build for 9 or more cap breakers, okay? So if you have 9 or more cap breakers, 10, 13, 11, 12, 9, 15, I don't know, maybe we're watching this later in the year, 28 cap breakers, this is going to be the way to go. So yeah, 9 or more, go with this. So obviously we're going center because that's the only position you can go with as a 7-4. And you want to go minimum weight, okay? Now, a lot of people want to have that brick wall, but I'm telling you, brick wall on silver, it's not a big enough difference to not only spend more attributes on it, but also not get the attributes that you can get if you go minimum weight, okay? So we're also going to go minimum wingspan so we can get the highest three-pointer and mid-range rating possible on a 7-4, because the main thing with these 7-4s is the shooting. Like, the shooting is crazy. But yeah, if you went any higher weight, you wouldn't get 73 driving dunk, which gives you extra animations, and it also gives you bronze posterizer, which we do want. Not only that, you also get plus agility and plus speed, and you want to be as fast as you humanly can be on a 7-4 because you're already going to be slow. And I haven't made a 7-4 that didn't have max speed and agility, but I have heard from other people that don't go max speed and agility that it is actually a big difference. So I'm just hearing that from others. Don't take that from me, but I will say that that's what from the other people that went higher weight. Anyway, so this is what we're going with. These are our potential attributes. And now that we are in the attributes, I would like to say that I was in this builder for a while. I was cooking up with this build. I did not take this build from someone else. I made it myself. If you follow my Twitch streams, you know I was cooking live on stream, and we found some crazy stuff with a bunch of cap breakers, which is why I am excited to share this with you. Now, you might have seen this method already with the cap breakers, where you go for a low stat to get a bunch of other stats, because if you guys know how cap breakers work this year, it's not just +1. Now, it might be +1 on some stats, but sometimes you can get away with like +7, +5 for a cap breaker, making builds pretty crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our three-pointer to a 69. You're going to probably think of Double H, what are you talking about, man? I thought we were going for max three-pointer. We're going to get a max three-pointer. Just wait, okay? We're also going to go 76 pass sack. And you're probably thinking, Double H, I thought this was a really good build for all game modes. What about 5s when I'm trying to throw the break or 3s? Oh, you're going to be able to throw the break, okay? Just wait, okay? Now, with the rest of the stats, we're going to go max speed. We're going to go max agility. We want to be as fast as possible. We also want max vertical. We want to jump as high as possible for the blocks, the rebounds, the dunks, all that stuff. And as a 7-4, block or jumping as high as possible is going to make a big difference, okay? Now, another thing we want is we want max strength. Now, you could get 80, or you could get 80 strength for like a couple other takeovers. That's only if you have an 80 O board and 80 D board plus. We didn't get that. That's for crash or take. So if you want crash or take, go with that. Otherwise, there's no point of going past 79. 79 is going to go ahead and get you another badge that you're going to see later. And we have other stuff upgraded. So I have it at 79 for now. But defensive rebound is going to be 85. That's maxed out. That gives us gold box out beast. It almost also gives us silver rebound chaser, which you can max +2 or max +1 and get Hall of Fame rebound chaser, okay? Now, offensive rebound. A lot of 7-4s just go no offensive rebound and they go 60 O board, which I don't like. I was going to go higher, but this is the max I could get after upgrading everything else. And after upgrading everything else, I really like what I did. So we went 75 O board. So it's not nothing, but it definitely is something. And if you are 7-4, like, I don't want to lose the driving dunk or the max speed, max agility, okay? And plus, I already tested this. Offense and defensive rebound are this, like, they're the same. There's not one that's cheaper this year for this specific build, at least. So if you went 85 O board, 75 D board, you're not saving attributes anyways. But yeah, so that's what we're going with for the rebounding. Now the defense, you don't get steal. Like, you cannot get a steal badge on a 7-4. Now, I do have a 37 steal on this build, and I do get some lanes. You can get a lane with a 7-4 because you're that tall, that long wingspan. You just have to know how to time it. It's rare, obviously, but you still get some steals. So don't act like you're not going to get any steals. But I mean, dude, I'm not wasting attributes to get a 50-something steal just to not get a badge. I'm just not doing it, okay? So I do want max perimeter, though. So we're going 62 prim. I want as much prim as I can get on a 7-4. Our wingspan and our height is obviously going to help us get those contests, but I want to get as much prim. People that go no perimeter defense on a 7-4, I don't like that. I want to have as much defense as I can get. I'm already lacking without a steal. Now, with the interior defense, we're going to go with an 82. That's going to give us that silver post lock. And you're also going to want to go with a high block. Now, this is where some of our cap breakers are going to come in hand. If you want to go with 84 block, you could definitely get away with that on a 7-4. Your height and frame is going to get away with an 84 block, 82 interior. But I wanted a crazy block. I wanted to get a bunch of chase downs, and I have been getting crazy blocks. I can recover from not being close to you and get a block. It's actually pretty insane. And right now, I've only been using a 90 block, but I will be plus 3ing for 93 block at some point. But 90 block for me so far, I haven't got to use 93 block. 90 block has been insane. So I have a 90 block. Our defense is looking really, really good right now. Moving on to the playmaking, we're going max ball handle. I want all the drill moves I can possibly get on the 7-4. Max speed with ball. Once again, we want to be as fast as we humanly can be on a 7-4. And this is the fastest you can get on a 7-4. We're also going to be going with 88 mid-range. Now, we're going to get the 90 mid-range for the post-fade phenom. Don't worry. Now, it's going to take only one cap breaker to get to the 90 mid-range, which is crazy. You're going to see how I do that. So don't freak out yet. We want the midi and the 3 because fading middies with a 7-4 is really hard to guard, okay? So we want that. Now, with the free throw, you can put the free throw up. I didn't put free throw on even though I'm using this for 5s. Now, I'm going to show you how you can get free throw on this build, so don't worry. But I didn't put free throw on mine. Anyways, the finishing is insane on this build. Look at our overall. We're only at 92 overall, and I have everything I want in every other slot. Now, you're probably looking at the pass, like at the three-pointer. Don't worry. We're going to cap break those, okay? We're also cap breaking midi and block. So, layup. I wanted Bam floater, okay? We're actually going to save that in a second. So, we're going to go 73 dunk at first to get that bronze post riser and the animations. We're going to get 90 standing dunk, which is going to give us every standing dunk contact in the game. We're still only a 95 overall, which is crazy. We're going to get 87 post control, which is going to give us gold goat post up poet, and it's going to give us silver unpluckable. So if you want to dribble on your 7-4 like I do, this helps a lot. And you have a bunch of other post scoring badges. And at 90 mid-range, when we cap break it, we're going to have Hall of Fame post-fade phenom. Now, another thing we're going to have is we're going to have a little higher close shot. We're going to get 87 close shot, which gives us gold hook specialist if you want to do post hooks, and gold float game, which I do want because, like I said, I want a high layup. Now, you could go low layup. We're at 98 overall. You could go low layup, but I wanted high layup. I went 76 layup. 76 layup gives you Bam floater. This makes the build insane, bro. I'm telling you, Bam floater on a 7-4 is impossible to not only predict when you have a mid-range that you can fade, but to contest on this game too. And we have gold float game, which I personally +1 because it's a tier 2 badge. And we have 76 layup. I mean, the green windows on my layups are insane just in general, just like a regular layup. Now, I know you're looking at the build, you're like, okay, we don't get limitless range. We don't have high pass sack. Trust me, those are going to be maxed. You got to be patient. If you're pausing the video when my build is maxed and you're looking at the build and there's 100% someone commenting on this video that the build's trash and it's a 69-3 to 76 pass because they're just not listening. They're just skipping around in the video. Now, once again, if you want to sacrifice something for the three-pointer, another thing, by the way, I went 79 strength to get the post powerhouse, so that's what that was for. And by the way, my box out has never been broken on a 7-4, if that's what you're worried about with the strength. Not one time, ever. Never, box out, never been broken. And I haven't +1 or 2 box out beasts, which you can get on legend. I haven't just had it on gold the whole time. So yeah, if you want to lower the layup, get a 70 layup just to keep the physical finisher, then yeah, you can go ahead and get a really good, I mean, you can get an 89 free throw, right? You can max out the free throw, put the rest. I mean, honestly, 80 free throw is probably good enough. And just get your 73 layup, and yeah, you can put the rest on. I mean, honestly, you don't want to put three-pointer up at all. So if you, do that over getting the 73 layup, because you don't want to touch the three-pointer pass act. They have to be exactly 76 and 69. Okay. But anyways, we're gonna put this back down to 63 free throw, and we're gonna max this out to 676 layup because this is what I ended up doing. These are the badges. These are the takeovers you unlock. I personally use custom takeovers, but there's a lot of options with the takeovers you get. Yeah, these are the stats. We're going to put cap breakers on them. So remember, now I get comparisons to Victor Wembanyama, Big Z, and Vlade Divac, which is perfect. Now I am called a rim reaping mid-post riser, which is honestly a really good name, but I have no weaknesses. No weaknesses on this build. And if they think I have no weaknesses now, wait until you see I put cap breakers on it. Now, you actually get an even better build name, in my opinion, when you put the cap breakers on, which you saw in the beginning of the video, which is my crafty 3-level diamond eraser. Now, you see, we're still on the same build, 60 overall, 7-4. We go to the attributes, and this is what you put the cap breakers on. Now, I have 8 right now, but eventually I'm going to have 11 through starter 5. Now, if you're wondering how I got these cap breakers, I got one at level 40. So I got one at level 40. I got one at rookie 5, another at starter 3. I got one through the city lifetime challenges at 100 challenges here. You can get another at 200 as well that I haven't got yet. And then I also got 4 cap breakers from the crew rewards. And then I also have another cap breaker from my build specialization shooting. I have a cap breaker from that. I'm also going to get another cap breaker from it too. So I'll have another cap breaker from shooting specialization, and I'll have 3 more cap breakers at starter 5. So I'm still missing 4 cap breakers that I'm going to get soon. There's a ton of other cap breakers that you're eventually going to unlock. Or that I'm at least going to eventually unlock. Another thing, I'm going shooting specialization on this build. Go shooting specialization on all your 7-4s. So I know a lot of people are going to ask that. I'm going shooting specialization. Anyways, look at the cap breakers, man. We cooked with this build. 69 plus 7 is 76, plus 6 is 82, plus 5 is 87, plus 2 is 89. We get an 89 3-pointer with not 5 cap breakers, only 4. I'm telling you, I broke the builder with this one, man. I broke the builder. Not only that, we also saved attributes on pass act. These are some of the most expensive attributes for a 7-4. Pass act and 3-pointer, by the way. So plus 3, 79, plus 2, 81, plus 2, 83, plus 2, 85, plus 2, 87. That gives us gold versatile visionary, gold dimer, and gold break starter. And then the 3-pointer gives us bronze limit, or gets us silver limitless range, which I plus 2'd on my 7-4 for Hall of Fame limitless range. You know what? Let's just go ahead and look at my 7-4. I don't know why we're on the 60 overall still. So here's a clip of me actually putting the attributes on the cap breakers. We did unlock crafty 3-level diamond eraser. That's how I got the build name, is with the cap breakers. The first build name is still fire, honestly. Just let me know which one you like better. I thought having crafty in the 7-4 build name was not only rare, but fire plus 3 level. You can score at the rim, the midi, and the 3. Diming for the passing, and eraser for the blocking. Like, they're literally telling us we are good at everything. They have dribbling as crafty, 3 level as shooting and driving, diming as passing, and eraser as blocking defense. Like, the build name is crazy. Anyway, so yeah, this is what my cap breakers look like. I'm also putting plus another cap breaker, my last shooting specialization cap breaker for 90 midi. And then I'm putting my 3 cap breakers at starter 5 for 93 block for the gold paint patroller. So yeah, the build is insane. If you want to know my plus 1s and 2s, this is what I went with. So I obviously have a lot more plus 1s and 2s than some people might have right now. I have my build specialization one right here, and I have some of my crew ones right here for maxing out my crew. But the regular ones that a lot of you guys are going to have is these 4 right here. I put legend set shot specialist for the plus 2. I also plus 2 limitless range, which is a tier 2 badge. So I have Hall of Fame limitless range. Then honestly, I would put this as Deadeye if you don't have your shooting specialization one to get gold Deadeye. But if you already have that, I went with Hall of Fame post fade phenom, which I'm eventually going to get with my other cap breakers. So at some point, this is going to be legend post fade phenom. My tier 2, I went posterizer. Honestly, you could do dimer for Hall of Fame dimer. High flying denier could be 1-2 right now. I have that on the clutch one. But yeah, I would go dimer. I would probably go dimer if you didn't want to do posterizer. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna keep dimer. Hall of Fame dimer is pretty crazy. We'll just keep dimer on. I'll mess around with that in posterizer, see if there's really any difference. But anyways, then I have Hall of Fame post up poet. I just think that's crazy. That's the one that gives you like the crazy drop step and post spin animations. I think having that is just insane. Hall of Fame float game as a tier 2 badge with the BAM floater, I also think is just insane. And then with my shooting specialization, I have gold dimer. When I get the max plus 2 for tier 2, I'm going to put that on Hall of Fame limitless, and then I'll be able to put this on something else, which honestly, I might test gold posterizer just to see what it's like. If that's not anything crazy, then I'll probably do dimer to get the legend dimer and then put this as high flying denier. But yeah, and then my clutch gene ones, I have paint patroller and high flying denier. So nothing crazy, but those are my max plus 1s and 2s. I know you're probably thinking, oh, you didn't put brick wall or box out beast. Yes, you could put plus 1 for box out. You could put a plus 1 for brick wall or eventually plus 2 it, but I'm just telling you, I just don't the brick wall is good enough, man. I've never been broken on a box out, so I'm not worried about the box out beast either. And then the custom takeover I am running is just 3-pointer. I just put 3-pointer on it, so I get the +10 for now. Oh, by the way, we also get bronze bailout on this build. See how this build looks like gameplay wise in full games with 99.3 with my Slenderman mascot and the whole build in general. I have a whole video on it. So yeah, hydration hero and sharpshooter, the abilities that I use. You also have access to other abilities. Like you have Dishmaster, you have a post scoring one, you have a layup one too, you have a blocking one that tells you where the rebound's gonna go. Yeah, some pretty good takeovers. But yeah, with custom takeover, this is what I'm using here to get the 99 3-pointer on a 7.4, which is crazy. Anyways, if you don't have this many cap breakers or you don't plan on having this many cap breakers, let's go show you guys some other alternatives for lower cap breaker versions. But before we do it really quick, if you didn't skip around, here are my animations. These are all my dribble moves. You guys can copy these down, screenshot them. These are all the animations I have equipped. I'm still testing a lot of these animations, but these are the ones I got. Yes, I'm using Joel Embiid go-to instead of KD for now. And then, yeah, these are all the emotes and stuff I got. Going to the jump shot. This is the jump shot I am using, okay? So if you want the jump shot, there you go. This is the jump shot I use on my 7.4. If people skipped around, they're not going to see this stuff. Dunk packages. We got the dunk packages for this stuff. We got the flashy hangs, which is off too. The alley-oops ones, these are the ones I have equipped. 1 contact, 2 foots, I got the flashy hangs. 1 foot, I got the reverse, the athletic hangs, the 360 city dunks, and the flashy hangs city dunks. Standing dunks, we got both the contacts, both of the rim pulls, and just one of the athletic ones. And then signature dunks, I had Giannis. I was using Cat, never using this again after I got that animation right there and got blocked. So yeah, only using Giannis, not trying to get blocked at all. And yeah, those are the safest dunks I have on. Now let's go show the other versions of the build. All right, so now we're going to show a 4 cap breaker version of the build. I'll also show like maybe like a 5 or 6, 7. Yeah, 6, 7. Just in case y'all have just barely under 9 cap breakers or 10 cap breakers. But if you have only 4 cap breakers, this is easy, bro. Like you get 2 from specialization for shooting, and then you get 1 from rookie 5 and 1 from level 40. So this should not be that hard to get 4 cap breakers, okay? So if you have 4 cap breakers, this is the build we just had. Now the first thing we want to do is put the block down. Now I was gonna go 88 block, but you don't get gold chase or anything for that. So you could go down to 84. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, that's not enough, bro. You're 7'4" with 7'4" wingspan. You don't need to have a crazy high block interior. But if you want to keep 88 for the +5 eventually for 93 block, you can do that. But once again, this is like 4 to barely any cap breakers. So I'm guessing y'all don't plan on doing that. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Then you're going to put your pass accuracy up to 87. So you're still going to get your 87 pass accuracy. We're going to put our free throw up to an 80 because this is a build for all game modes. I know a lot of y'all are going to want that free throw. And then we're going to put the layup down to a 70 and get that 90 mid-range. And then we're going to put the rest on offensive rebound and a little more on free throw. So this is 4 cap breakers. You're going to put all 4 of them on 3-pointer. 2 from 3-point or shooting specialization, 1 from rookie 5, and 1 from level 40. Now, if you even have 5 cap breakers, this gets much better. 5 cap breakers, you go 88 midi, 80 free throw, 75 O board. You get your BAM floater, then you put the rest on free throw because there's nowhere else to put them on. Okay, so you can get away with that, and now you put 4 on 3-pointer, 1 on midi. That's 5 cap breakers. And then 6 cap breakers, you could just put 1 on the down, 1 on the pass act, and then up on the offensive rebound. Same with 7, I would just do the same thing. Like there's not really going to be much of a difference. Maybe you go 1 down on D board instead and put that somewhere else. Put down an expensive stat. You know, you could do standing dunk even and put up like, I don't know, offensive rebound to a 78. There you go. 7 cap breakers. You'd put down standing dunk again. Now you got 80 O board. Put the free throw up a little bit. Boom, 88 free throw. There's 8 cap breakers. But one thing that y'all got to make sure you don't do is put down your 3 or affect your 3-pointer from 69. It has to stay at 69. And once again, I'll show another example right here with the 4 to 5 cap breaker version. We'll just complete the 5 cap breaker one and show y'all that yes, you're gonna get your 3-pointer pluses. The name may change a little bit, like this one's a crafty mid-post break starter. Once again, though, no weaknesses on the build regardless, even with like half as many cap breakers. And look, it's the same thing. You get the 89 3-pointer and you get the 90 midi. That's really all you're looking for. Now let's go show a version of 0 cap breakers, even though I feel like no one should be making a version with 0. Like you can get 4, bro. You can get 4 cap breakers. 2 from the shooting specialization, which is right here. and then make sure you commit the shooting specialization, and then literally one from level 40 out of any of the seasons. Just hit level 40 one time, and then rookie 5. Like, rookie 5 is not that hard, bro. But I'm going to show one with 0 just anyways. Now, the 0 cap rate version is actually pretty simple. We literally just put down the midi to 80 and put the three-pointer to 89. We did get an 82 free throw, and we don't get a 90 block or anything, but we basically get a lot of stuff. Like, we still have all the same finishing. We have the BAM floater. You just don't get your 90 midi, but you get an 80 midi. You get your max 3. You get a free throw, too, for the 5s. This is still honestly insane that you get this many stats. On a 0 cap rate version, you still get the pass act. You have the defense for the most part. Still same rebounding and physicals. So yeah, I feel like this is still really solid. Once again, if you do want to have crash or take on any of these builds, you got to go 80 O board and 80 strength. So you have to put down some other stuff. So like for this one right here, you can't really put down midi too much. You'd probably have to sacrifice your layup, hit the 80 strength. You still don't have it. Since you don't have BAM floater, put the close shot down a little bit, and then boom, that would be enough. And there you could get Crasher Takeover, which is now right here. You get Crasher Takeover ability for anybody that wants that with the 80 O board, 80 strength combination. And there, you could make this version right here. But anyways, I kind of like my version better. I like having the close shot driving layup combination with the 80 midi too. So anyways, this build comes out to be Shades of Wemby again. Every single one with Shades of Wemby. Another different build name, Inside Out Break Starter. No big weaknesses again. So all our 7-4s, no weaknesses. Drop a like on the video if this helped you out at all. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to see full gameplay with this 7'4" build, click the video on your screen. We had a 99 3-pointer and the Slenderman mascot and the 7'4" DemiGod with all those cap breakers in gameplay. It is absolutely ridiculous. Y'all gotta go check that out.